Hello, I'm Danny Staub of the Cornballs. Welcome to the 2012 draft selection. To my right, my dad Ken Staub, owner of the Cheese Wizards. Further to the right, my lovely mother who drew the draft names. She has the envelopes right there. And on camera, my handsome son Daniel Staub. Well, and Mom, why don't you go ahead and kind of tell them how we did the draft?
Okay, we wrote up a bunch of names, in fairness according to the order that they finished last year, and I put them in a bowl, and I went off in a room by myself, and I drew all the names out and put them in these envelopes. So I wish everybody could be happy, but I know I'm going to make some people unhappy. Sorry.
And just to make it clear, me, my dad, we have no idea what are in the envelopes. We don't have any idea of the order. So we'll be just as surprised as you will. So, Dad, would you like to kind of tell them how we switched the draft this year?
Well, last year we decided on, depending on how we finished, we would get more or less chance of getting a good draft pick. A good draft pick being the first pick normally. So what we did is we started with 22 names for the one is the very highest. Actually, that was Andy this year since he's new to the league, and Jared, who won the championship last year, got 21 names, and we went on down the line based on best record down to the worst record. So if you had the worst record, you had 11 names in there and had more of a chance to get a better pick.
Yes, and for those of you scoring at home, I had such a wonderful year last year. I am the one with 11 names in there. All right, well, this is the second annual 2012 AOFO Roast. I'd like to thank our roast master last year, Steve. Did a nice job. So anyway, let's get this train wreck started. Number 12.
Okay, the number 12 pick.
I'll use my fancy letter opener.
The number 12 pick is Nate Halverson.
Nate Halverson. Number 12. Well, last year, Nate of the Jack Shacks was a rookie, and as a rookie, he went all the way to the Super Bowl with Super Bowl runner-up. Pretty impressive, Nate. Not bad. But I gotta tell you, don't go start thinking you're good. You're not. You had a little beginner's luck, and that's okay. It happens. But, you know, it's all downhill from there. Don't start expecting good things, because you know, you got lucky, it's not always going to happen. Oh, but you kind of like Billy's personal life, you peaked way too soon. But good luck. But good luck. Number 11.
The number 11 pick. Sorry, Steve. Wedgies, Steve Staub. I still love you, Steve.
Steve Staub, owner of the Wedgies, number 11. You like that number 11, don't you? I believe that's what he had last year. Wow. I see this roast is off to a pretty damn good start. Yeah, I imagine Steve's pretty thrilled right about now. But anyway, Steve Staub, the original roast master and inexplicable diabetic hater. It's no secret that Steve enjoys a good transaction. He just fills up the fantasy website. I used to have one of those email alerts on my cell phone. Every time there'd be a transaction, it would beep at me. I actually had to disable that feature because with Steve making so many transactions, I honestly didn't know when I'd be able to get any sleep. But to Steve's credit, he's been to the Super Bowl a lot. You know, his teams have done well over the years. Super Bowl hasn't always turned out the way he wanted, though. He's been there a lot, but as it turns out, the only person happier than Steve to be at the Super Bowl is the person Steve's facing. They always enjoy seeing him there because the outcome's usually in their favor. And I would like to tell Jared and Josh, you don't have to just exclusively trade with Steve, okay? You know what I mean? It's not written in the bylaws that it's mandatory to trade every week with Steve. You know, there are other people in the league. Okay? All right? Just keep that in mind. Anyway, Steve, have fun with number 11. Number 10.
Number 10. Number 10 is Andy.
Andy. You know, Andy Sprague of the Shenanigans. Wow. Just when I think it wasn't possible to have a gayer team name than Billy Tilton, Andy gives us all a nice little surprise. He may not win anything while he's in the league, but he can always fall back on that. Winner of the gayest team name in league history. Congratulations, Andy. Well done. As some of you may know, Andy's been in our league in the past. We did our best to get rid of him, but like an irritating rash, he just keeps coming back for more. We actually tried to get Andy's wife in the league instead of him because, we're always trying to increase the level of competition in our league. But, we got stuck with Andy instead. And, oh well, that's fine. I mean, I don't know about you, but I could always use an easy win. And what better way to do that than Andy Sprague, huh? Kind of synonymous with each other, aren't they? Yeah. So we'll just make the best of a bad situation. Didn't get his wife, but Andy's in the league. We'll roll with it. All right, number 9.
Our Super Bowl's here.
Jared Wilson.
All right, Jared Wilson. First of all, Jared, I'd like to say congratulations on your Super Bowl win last year. That was impressive. I don't think a lot of us saw that coming, but congratulations. Very nice. I gotta be honest, it's kind of difficult to roast the guy who won the Super Bowl last year, but I'll give it a try anyway. Jared Wilson of Endalicious. Well, let me start off by saying, not only to you, Jared, but to everyone in the league, that I'm sincerely embarrassed for having allowed somebody to win the Super Bowl who has to go through their wife just to get permission to draft.
No kidding.
It's, wasn't a good day. But, some of you may remember 2 years ago, Jared couldn't make it to the draft because he had some kind of prior obligation to go on a women's retreat with his wife or something to that effect, and he proceeded to miss the playoffs. Well, last year he was able to draft, and he won it all. So I think I speak for everyone when I say I hope the wife really cracks the whip this year, Jared, and you return to home form. But, yeah, it was just sick that a guy like that would win the Super Bowl. But I'll get over it eventually. Number 8.
I won't.
Number 8, Bill Tilton.
Billy Tilton, the Hard Hats. Billy Tilton, the league blowhard. Where do you start with this guy? I mean, really?
I know, but we're on a time schedule. Go.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's a good point. I'll have to cut this one short. All right, Billy Tilton. I've made this guy my woman so many times in the past, he's probably got to be questioning his own sexuality at this point. But that's nothing new. Every year we have to hear about, oh, this is my year, I'm going to dominate everyone in the league. And sure, he'll come out and win a few games early, and then he'll do what he does every year and ball up in the fetal position during playoffs and flame out there. If he did ever, by some chance, win the championship one of these years, which ain't gonna happen, but if he did, I'm pretty sure the whole league would break up. We couldn't bear to listen to Billy's bragging, and I know I speak for everyone on that. But I think, honestly, I have a better chance of getting hit by lightning than Billy winning a championship. Number 7.
Dang, I hate when I can see through the envelopes.
Oh.
Number 7, Ken Staub, Cheese Wizard. Looks like I'm on the couch tonight.
Ken Staub, my dad, owner of the Cheese Wizards. I don't know, maybe I don't have him in here because I didn't want to roast my dad. No, I will roast my dad. Alright, Ken Staub of the Cheese Wizards, number 7. Never does get a good pick. Doesn't matter, he never has a good team anyway. Alright, well, first off, I gotta say, people really give my dad a hard time because they're saying he always takes forever to decide on a trade offer. And I just want to say, give the guy a break. He's getting older now, and he doesn't have the reaction time he used to have. I worry about him in his older age. It always makes me nervous when I see him eating a bowl of ice cream because I know that at his age, if he gets a little case of brain freeze, we could be looking for a replacement next year. That's how fragile he is. But, yes? Anyway, the way his teams have been playing recently, instead of the Cheese Wizards, I think maybe we ought to change his name to the Swiss Miss. It's been kind of embarrassing. But actually, I'm going to stop there. I don't want to say too much because I'm still kind of hoping he'll go half and half with me on that NFL package this year. So I better move on. Number 6.
Number 6, Josh Trainer.
Sponge Monkeys.
Josh Trainer of the Sponge Monkeys, number 6. Getting the upper half now. Alright, Josh. This isn't even fair. Josh is what we like to refer to as the annual donation. We know he has no chance of winning. Year after year, he tries, and, it's cute, but nothing ever happens. We appreciate his money, though, that's for sure. Making fun of Josh and trying to roast Josh is kind of like beating up the smallest and weakest kid in school. It's like, sure, you won the fight, but who are you going to brag to about that? So I kind of feel sorry for him. You know how they say nice guys finish last? Well, I gotta tell you, Josh is a really, really nice guy. He really is. Heck of a nice guy. Josh, I'm sorry. I hope this doesn't in any way affect our trading relationship. You're my guy. Anyway, on to number 5.
Jake Staub, Quickie Mark Clips.
In division with his dad.
Jake Staub of the Quickie Mart Clerks. Number 5, geez, for Jake, he probably considers that a bad pick compared to what he usually gets. Kind of ridiculous, but anyway, number 5, always top 5, although kind of low for him. Alright, Jake Staub. I gotta tell you, I had a tough time on this one. How do you roast Jake? I mean, we all know what a nice guy is. He always does the right thing. He doesn't really give anyone a hard time, except for maybe Billy, and no one's going to blame him for that. So he's just an all-around good guy. I mean, I gotta be honest, I sat there for quite a long time trying to figure out, what am I gonna roast Jake about? I really like him. So I actually got so desperate at one point that I asked my little boy, I said, what can I roast this guy Jake about? I really like him. And my little boy said, tell him he's a funny chicken. So I thought, hey, there you go, Jake. You're a funny chicken. Enjoy number 5. Number 4.
You're not going to talk about his UPS skills?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Terry
Suzak.
Suzak?
Yeah.
Jocks are us. Sorry, Terry.
Whatever you want to call him, it doesn't really matter. Terry Skluzak. Jocks are us. Pick number 4. Pretty good. Pretty good pick. Terry Skluzak. League whiner and all-around irritating guy. Like Jared, this is another guy who has to approve all his transactions and everything he does through his wife. I actually had a chance to talk to his wife on the phone a few times, and she seems like a really nice person, which is kind of what I figured. You'd have to be a really nice person to be married to Terry. There's no doubt about that. So that wasn't surprising. You know, Terry, he's constantly complaining and whining, and always talking how there's a conspiracy, all the Staubs are against him, nobody will trade with him because he's not a Staub. Constantly got to hear about that. He's always upset about that, and you know, sure, that's true, but that doesn't mean I always want to hear about it all the time. You know, Terry's had a lot of average teams and a lot of good luck. He's won some Super Bowls. I think all that complaining might have paid off. I think in the end, God even got tired of listening to him and was trying to get him to be quiet. But as God now knows, it didn't work. He still complains. And we do have a couple asterisks next to his name on the trophy. Is that correct?
No, we should.
Yeah, we'll work on that. If we don't have the asterisks next to your name, Terry, we'll be sure to take care of that soon. Anyway, number 4, pretty good. Have fun with it. Number 3.
Number 3, Landon Staub, Birdman.
The Birdman, Landon Staub. Well, he is a Staub, so he's got that going for him. Rumor has it, Landon is an owner in this league. But I think those of us who know him best realize that the captain of that ship is probably his dad, Jeff. Right, Jeff? And I gotta tell you, I really love making trade offers to Landon. I mean, it's just the excitement of making a trade offer on Tuesday and then come game day Sunday, your trade offer's still there. Hadn't even looked at it or done anything with it. I gotta tell you, that's really exciting. That is special stuff right there. I love it. It's about as exciting as listening to Terry whine or listening to Billy brag about how good his team is, although he never wins. It'd be right up there with those. I really like it. But Landon, if you just do me this one favor, just one time, get your dad's permission, make me one trade offer. Heck, even if you just decline the trade offer I make to you, that would be a step in the right direction. But talk it over with your dad, see what you can do, and congratulations with the number 3 pick. Number 2.
Number 2, Brandon Devine, Red Hawks.
Brandon Devine gets the number 2 pick. Team Red Hots. Well, Brandon, I'm happy to see you got the number 2 pick, because I think I know who got number 1 now. But anyway, BJ Devine. also known by his porn name, BJ Divine. You know, anyone who's ever made a trade with BJ knows how painful it could be to brush your teeth with a cactus. It's that painful, just seeing one from him. All right, I'm BJ Divine. Okay, for your best 5 players, I'll give you my kicker, a backup running back, and a bag of peanuts. What do you think? What do you think? Is that good?
No tight end.
Yeah. Anyway, BJ, you know, you're going to have to do a little better than that. You're going to have to come a little stronger than that, okay? We're not morons in this league. Well, let me build it. Never mind. We're not morons in this league. And you're gonna have to do a little better than that, okay? This isn't your usual fantasy football league that you're used to, that you take part in, where it's nothing but women and children. You know, come on, you're gonna have to step up to the plate. You know, that kind of stuff isn't gonna work anymore. I guess this probably goes without saying. I'm not gonna be allowed into that poker tournament you host every year now, but you know, think it over. Anyway, number 1. Can't wait. Come on now, be gentle with that.
Number 1, cornballs, Danny Staub. And it was legit, guys, I swear.
Wow. Number 1, the cornballs. How often those two go together. Well, just to show that I'm an equal opportunity roaster, I am going to roast myself.
9 names I can get.
Alright, Danny Staub, owner of the cornballs. I gotta tell you what an idiot this guy is. You know, he drafts a team, and then by week 4, his team's completely different. I mean, maybe if you just take the time to study and draft a good team in the first place, you wouldn't have to trade away all your players. And does this guy ever shut up? I mean, really? It's disgusting, isn't it? The guy never shuts up. Does anybody really care about what this guy has to say? What do you think?
Probably not.
No, nobody cares. Oh, and, you know, it's really getting old always having to hear him talk about the same thing. 3 championships, I've won 3 championships. You know, we all know you've won 3 championships. We know how good you are, okay? You don't have to constantly be reminding us. It's ancient history that you won 3 championships, okay? Nobody wants to hear it. It's like fingernails on a chalkboard listening to him and his 3 championships. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah. Well, that's the draft. That's the conclusion. Kind of a recap. Anyone keep track of the order? Want to recap?
Yep. We got Nate number 12, Steve number 11, Andy 10, Ken is number, Jared is number 9, Billy is number 8, Ken is number 7, Josh is number 6, Jake is number 5, Terry's number 4, Landon is number 3, BJ is number 2, and Danny needs all the help he can get. We'll let him pick number 1 this year.
All right. Well, that was fun. Hope you enjoyed the roast, and good luck to everybody this coming season.